I would be inclined to agree with him. I think the wheels really fell off when it was time to, put everybody to the sideline who, is gonna be starting in our divisional round playoff game. What do you think, John?
I thought he looked great early. Started 6 for 6, was dealing with the first team out there and with the weapons out there. Once you made a couple substitutions, Darnold just went to trash. And how many of those plays could have been just god awful turnovers? Sam Darnold is exactly what we thought he was. Shout out to Danny Green. Like, he was not good. You look at the collective thing, he could keep things going for just a little bit, but as soon as he gets off his first read, trouble comes. Now, let's be honest, there were two amazing plays that he had in the fourth quarter. One deep to Ray McLeod, which I'm so thankful he's back. Ray McLeod dropped it. One deep to Chris Conley, and I like Chris Conley. He dropped it. Either one of those would have put the 49ers at midfield, needing one or two more first downs than a field goal to win the game. So, but then you also got to look at the terrible fumble to end the game. Like, some people just have no clutch whatsoever in them, and he's one of those. Shout out to my Longhorns, like Quinn Ewers. You watch them, you're in the freaking, you score a touchdown, you go to the national championship final, and Quinn Ewers throws the ball out of bounds 3 out of 4 throws. 3 out of 4 throws. Like, some people just aren't made for the moment. That's just who Sam Darnold is. He was drafted 3rd overall, could not live up to the hype anywhere he went, but he is a serviceable backup. Now, this is the last year for Sam Darnold. He's on a 1-year, $4.5 million deal. Sam Darnold's not coming back to the 49ers next year. It's not going to happen. But this was to determine at what he's going to make next year. He didn't do himself any favors. Like, he might compete for a job. That's the best case after seeing this, because that second half, you go out there and get 30 or 40 total yards on 5 possessions. You had more 3 and outs in turnovers than you had first downs. Like, that's what we saw. And you can say, well, he's playing with the backups. Well, he's playing against backups. Like, you've got to do something, and he didn't do something. So I feel more confident about him coming in and managing a couple series. But if the 49ers need Sam Darnold to start a game, yeah, I don't feel confident at all about that. Sam Darnold's Sam Darnold. He hasn't changed anybody's opinion about anything. And I'll ask the people, in the chat, do you guys feel more confident, less confident, or the exact same level whenever you see Sam Darnold come in? Nothing changed for me personally.
No, it didn't change for me either, and I'm seeing a lot of people in here who are agreeing with that sentiment.
Carson Wentz was better than he
yeah.
was.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting too, John, that they had Carson Wentz running all over the defense. It's kind of like seeing the Ghost of Christmas Past, reminding me of 49ers defenses in the past who could just not stop quarterbacks taking off the football. And it almost felt like, I don't even know where to really go with that, because I think it was just maybe a product of a lot of backups in there in the second half. But
I'll say this. Kyle Shanahan, I just tweeted this out. Kyle Shanahan gave Sam Darnold more carries than Jordan Mason. What the hell? What did Jordan Mason do? And people are saying, like, oh, he's terrible in pass pro. Did you see Elijah Mitchell? He high-fived a guy on his way to a free release to the quarterback. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't understand this point. And I know the Shanahan loyalty program goes deep. This is crazy. Now, I know, and I love Kyle Shanahan. The 49ers are fine. I know I'm acting like the sky's falling. That's not it at all. I'm just beyond pissed off at what I saw in the second half. And it was coaching. We got out-coached every single level. Offense, defense, special teams, out-coached against a division opponent that you're going to probably see in the playoffs. And I hope we do see him again. But, man, and the game doesn't matter. And you can shrug your shoulders. And you say, yeah, we're the 1 seed. Who cares? Bullshit. I care. Why? Because this is my team, and I'm representing this, and these are the players that have worked hard. And Shanahan did not do enough. Steve Wilkes did not do enough. Schneider, our special teams coordinator, has never done enough to put us in a position to have that advantage in this game. The first half we did, and then they just kind of like shrugged their shoulders. And you could say like, oh, well, they were just trying to get backup snaps. They were not. Jalen Graham didn't see the field. He didn't even get into the damn game. Like, it's not like you had backups in, but it's not like you were developing rookie talent and whatever else. It wasn't that at all. Like, Javon Kinlaw was out there the last snap of the game. That dude's starting for you the past month. And so, like, it's just weird to me. It was just, are we trying to win? Because I think we were. We were challenging plays. We were calling timeouts. We were getting pissed off on the sidelines. So it seemed like it cared. And I know a lot of fans are just going to be like, oh, well, it's whatever. Move it on. But it's just like, man, there are recurring themes here. And I know we're in first place. And I predicted us to finish 12-5 before the season. I wanted to be wrong. But, man, you got out-coached bad today. If I'm in that 49ers locker room, I'm not feeling good. I don't give a damn who you are. I would not feel good about today.
Because they're not having fun in there.
I would be.
Definitely, yeah.
I'd be pissed off. But, like, if you're Shanahan, how are you pissed off at everybody else? And so Shanahan has taken a lot more responsibility, and he's been a lot less the cocky kind of whatever that he's been kind of labeled as. But, man, like, part of me would want to go off on these guys, but you can't do that if you're Shanahan. Shanahan's number one on this. Like, it was a terrible game. Like, and we had 23 rush attempts in the first half. 23. You only had 6 more rush attempts the entire second half. Like, Shanahan just can't run the damn ball if it's a close game. He just can't do it. He cannot do it. And it's not like you weren't doing well. You averaged 4.3 yards per rush. 4.3. Like, you were having success no matter who ran the ball. Elijah Mitchell was the worst, 3.7. Jordan Mason averaged 6 yards a damn carry. 6. And you gave him the ball one time in the second half. And, like, okay, help me understand. Why is it important to get Elijah Mitchell 14 carries and Jordan Mason 6? Like, maybe he's just trying to get Elijah Mitchell ready for a big workload, but it's not like he was good in it. He wasn't good in it. He wasn't good in pass pro. He wasn't good running the ball. He had a couple decent runs. There's no doubt about it. But, like, I don't know. He did catch both of his targets. He had 2 catches on 2 targets for 15 yards. Jordan Mason had 1 catch on 1 target for 12 yards. I don't know, man. I don't know what Shanahan sees. I don't understand it at all.
No, I think it really just comes down to the loyalty program at the end of the day. It's Mitchell was, he was originally touted as that next great, kind of 49ers gem running back that they kind of uncovered, deep in the draft. Or was he undrafted? I can't even remember these.
He was
things.
6th round pick, he was
yes.
After they traded up for Trey Sermon. So a lot of people kind of discount it. And I love Elijah Mitchell. It's just like, come on, man. One of these things is not like the other. Literally twice the average running the ball. One averaged 3 yards per carry. One averages 6. One averaged 12 yards to catch. One guy averages 15. One guy can't pass block. And, I get it. Jordan Mason gets labeled as the guy that can't pass block. He's pass blocked 1 snap this entire year. It was bad. Yeah. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't near as bad as what we saw today.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.